Hello, hello, hello. It is that time again. I'm your host, Sean Keenan. Welcome to the Comics to Movies and
Welcome
More
back
Show.
to you. To
Yes.
interrupt you for a second, welcome back to you. Jackie was very disappointed.
I know,
He was
man.
a
It's like
little bit upset.
if I can just get my child to sleep, then then I would definitely be here each week. So damn man, it's been crazy. She gets up like every 50 minutes to a couple of hours, and when you're doing that all week, by the time it gets to Sunday night, it's like, oh my god, I need to get some sleep. So but I'm super happy to be back. There's been so much been going on, both with comics to movies, myself personally, and everything, and then even in the news that I want to touch on, that I'm like super excited to get delve into this show and give everyone a little bit of a taste of what's going on in comics to movies world, as well as the pop culture or TV and series world. But before we do that, we want to say hello to everyone in the chat. But before I do that, I just want to say StreamYard is super cool. I haven't been on it for a couple of weeks, and there's already some like really cool new features looking at. So I can actually now see where people are watching live from, which is kind of cool. So I can see some people are on YouTube. I can see a couple of people are on Facebook, and one person's on Twitch, which is kind of cool. So I like that feature. We've got a couple of layouts that we're going to be playing around with tonight. So if I stuff it up, I do apologize. But hey, you need to test these things out. So looking forward to diving into the show. But as I said, let's say hello to everyone that is around. Sazzy Gal, how are you? Really good to see you. I'm going to skip over the next person because I've got something special for them. Evening, gents. Jackie, thank you very much, mates. We'll have to have you back on. We'll have to have you back on again so you can get the full experience, mate.
He was upset. Like, I'm not you, and I don't pretend to be you. I can't be you. So he was like, what will Sean say in this situation? I don't know. It's not you. I don't know what to do. He was very upset.
The scary thing is, you don't know what I'm going to say at any point in time, especially when I've had no sleep. But it's a little scary when I go back through our recordings, because again, with StreamYard, it saves our actual videos offline for us as well. And I don't know if this is a bit of a trend, but I do apologize. It looks like whenever we have guests on the show that I tend not to be on the show, which I'm like, oh, that's not very good.
Did you watch last week's jump scare, by the way? Like the Exorcist jump scare?
Sorry?
Did you watch last week's episode with the Exorcist jump scare? Because you weren't here, so I could do anything I liked. And I put a horror movie jump scare on.
No, I don't really get scared at that type of stuff.
No, it was actually rated one of the best jump scares.
Yeah. It's I'll have to go back and think. There are a couple of movies that I've jumped at, but usually I can kind of either tell by the music or whatever that something's coming. So I kind of like, I think the ones that really get me are the ones where there's no music, where it just happens, and I'm like, holy shivers, type of thing. But I didn't jump at that one. So
okay. Well,
but my wife, on the other hand, she jumps at everything. So, but we've got Mandeep. Hey, Mandeep, how you going? My brother from another mother. And we've got Nerds. How are we going? Thank you very much for coming on and doing the Oscar recap as well, which was
it was to be fair, it was the Michelle Yeoh episode. I just wanted to do a Michelle Yeoh episode.
And she deserves it. She deserves it.
But it was just a breakdown of a fight scene. That fight scene in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and it's the first time a lot of people. Even it was the first time that Nerds had ever seen it. He's never seen it before, and it's
Oh, what really?
yeah.
The whole movie? He's never seen the whole movie?
He's never seen the movie, and I was showing that one fight scene, my favorite fight
What?
scenes from the movie.
I'm not a huge fan of subtitle films, and I've seen that movie. Come on, man. Jeez.
He did comment about your hat though, so bring the next comment up. So you gotta give him a break, because even I forget to comment about your hat. So
I know I've got a couple of new ones, so I'll have to pull those out over the next few shows, which is cool. But yes, thank you very much. I love my Punisher hat. My little girl loves all my hats, so that's a good excuse to wear them. If New Era kind of wants to sponsor the show or talk to me about it, I'd be more than happy to get a sponsorship by New Era, because I love these hats. I think I've got about 70 of these hats all up. My wife's been really good. I even have a hat box and all that type of stuff for that. But before I continue any further, I do want to say a special something to a special somebody that watches our show all the time. Happy birthday, Moira. I hope you had a great day. And the best thing about having a fantastic letterer is they can get a quote specifically from an actor and put it in here. So this is what Jason has actually told us to say. So we've just put that in. So, but no, I hope you had an amazing day. And we hope you don't kill anyone. So
leave that up for 1 second, and I'm going to throw this out to Mandeep and Moira. If you can name that episode where he said that, I would. And no googling, please. No cheating. Name that episode, and I would be super impressed. You're just gonna blow my mind if you can name the episode where Dean said that, or Jensen Ackles said that. So over to you, Moira and Mandeep. Name that episode.
Yeah. So we got Peter. Hey Peter, how you going, mate? Hope you're doing well. So
Mandeep will know.
Last week was more Kung Fu Seminar.
And to be fair, I picked on Liam Neeson. I shouldn't have, but I picked on him. You know when he's trying to climb the fence, and there's 11 cuts for him to climb the fence.
Yes.
So I picked on him a little bit. So
Mandeep will know. I like this idea. I think this is what I actually need to do. Is at the start of the episode, rather than doing the comics to movies run-in, it's just me picking which hat that I need to wear and getting all ready for the show and everything, and then coming on.
That would be a lot of fun, actually. You could be the hat guy.
Well, I always thought, I'm a big Kevin Smith fan, and he always wears the hockey jerseys and everything. It's like his signature thing, that and shorts. He always wears shorts, where I'm like, man, I could be the New Era hat guy. So if anyone tag New Era in the comments and everything for us, so get them watching this. So and I do love this. I think Mandeep said he remembers the quote, but not the episode.
Look, if I can steal the screen for 1 second. So I
don't know. But before you go that, Mandeep has put a request in already. It's his birthday next week.
We'll do something nice for you, Mandeep, next week. I'm hoping the sound plays, so let me know if the sound doesn't play.
My name is Dean Winchester. I'm an Aquarius. I enjoy sunsets, long walks on the beach, and frisky women. And I did not kill anyone.
Season 2, The Usual Suspects. So if you want to go back, there it is.
Is that episode 3?
I think it was 6. Season 2, episode 6, I think. I don't remember.
That's close.
Okay, sorry. it was all queued up, so I had it ready so I could pull the quote up.
So before we get into the movie, which we're going to talk about Top Gun tonight, which is great, I just wanted to go through. It's that time of the year again where things are getting renewed, cancelled, all that type of stuff. And I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed with Disney. Disney has come out and axed one show that I really liked, but three shows that I thought, probably would get more than 2 seasons, 1 or 2 seasons. So the first one that they've axed is Willow, which I was a little bit disappointed in, because I felt like it took a little bit to kind of get going, but I felt like where it left off was you were kind of like, okay, now we're going to really get into it in the next season. And sometimes you need to do that with the story, especially when you're telling a larger multiple season story. The second one is Big Shots, which is the basketball coach one with the guy out of Full House.
Oh, okay.
Again, I was surprised that that got canned. It was I would say fairly low budget production to make when it's around basketball and that type of stuff. And for a kids family friendly platform like Disney, I would think that would be something that would get several seasons, but it's been axed after 2. The third one is the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, so that's got axed as well after the second season. So I was a little bit disappointed with Disney there in regards to them. Look, I haven't watched Big Shots or the Mighty Ducks, so it doesn't really affect me, but I'll just kind of like, it's the one platform out of all the streaming services where I feel it's kind of lacking a lot of content, and especially original content, unless you're a Marvel or Star Wars fan. I think they're narrowing a lot of, or cutting out a lot of people that they could be marketing to by cutting out some of these other shows. But on brighter note, Hit Monkey, which I've absolutely love. If you have not, oh my god, it's so good, so good. After watching, someone asked the other day, "Oh, is there any good, adult cartoon out there at the moment?" Invincible on Amazon Prime, Vox Machina on Amazon Prime, and Hit Monkey on Disney Plus. They are 3 absolutely phenomenal, not only writing and story, but adult content, animation that you should watch. And Del Toro said it the other day when what's called his version of Pinocchio came out on Netflix, and that is, animation is a form of storytelling. Animation is not for kids, just for kids. It is a form of storytelling. So like any other type of platform, we do graphic novels. A lot of the misconception is that comics are just for kids. It's not the case. And I feel the same thing with those things. So, but sorry, I've been talking a lot.
No. You haven't been here for a while, so look, I'm happy you're here. But just on that last point, actually, really, really interesting on the last point. I was approached about a couple of months back, so by a screenwriter, and so this particular screenwriter was basically saying, "Hey, look, I want to make my own graphic novel." And I said, "You know what? I didn't know him from somebody else, but that's fine. Like I do get reached out to by a couple of people, and that's always cool." So the first question I basically asked was, "What comics do you like to read?" And then, because that usually leads into, okay, if you like this person's style or genre, it's then easier for me to talk to. Like if somebody enjoys The Walking Dead, but hasn't read Superman, or someone who only reads Superman and not The Walking Dead, you've got to kind of explain things differently, if you will.
Yeah.
And his comment to me was, "Oh, I don't really read comics at all. I haven't actually read anything." And he says, "But I just thought everybody says it's a great in-between medium." And I was going, yes and no. Number one, I said, look, my best advice for you is go to your local library, find whatever comics. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not going to even recommend comics for you at this point. Just grab everything and read, because as a medium, it's a fantastic medium. There's things you like, for example, you guys all know this, page turns, single panels, and all the rest of it that you can't translate across even in animation. And I think that the cool thing about all of this is I think I got him addicted, because he wrote back to me the other day, and I was like, I read this, and this. Then once they get into it, you go, I will now recommend this, or look for this, or look for that. And it's like, and I love it. It's the whole thing is, and I don't know how to describe it. When somebody approaches you, like you said, the hit monkey thing, and they say, "Oh, I just want to watch something. What do you recommend?" And they actually follow the recommendation, and they go, "Oh my God, I love this so much. What else is there?" Doesn't that make you feel all warm and fuzzy? It's like the best feeling to go, "Oh my God, you've opened something up for me." And I don't know. How do you feel, man? Somebody
Yeah, I love it because I've always loved film, or I've always loved TV shows and everything like that. And I think extension from that is comic books and that type of thing. But there's nothing better than, like, I had a birthday party today for our twins. And we caught up with a friend that I haven't seen for ages, and she's a big Star Wars fan, and also a TV and movie buff like myself. So, like, we were just like, well, what have you been watching? No, well, what have you been watching? We're just bouncing all these shows back and forth off. So she was saying, "Oh, have you watched Succession?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I haven't watched that." She's like, "Oh, well, the final season is coming out." She goes, "It's really worth a watch." And I was like, "Well, have you seen Yellowstone?" I said, "It was I can only describe it as Sons of Anarchy with horses." I've gone, and then she's like, "Oh, really? Sure, I knew we'd both like Sons of Anarchy." So I love that, when someone else shares your passion, and it could be in films and TV, but anything in life, I think, is really cool when you can connect with those people. And these type of things that we can do, like podcasts and YouTube shows and all that, is really cool, because we then are able to put this out into the world to then attract those people that like what we like, type of thing. So I love being reached out after the show and have someone go, "Tell you what, I can't believe you didn't like The Princess Bride. I'm going to kill you."
That was me, wasn't it? I said I was sorry, dude. Come on, it's done. We've moved on.
Well, my wife is still sticking it to me. She's like, "Do you realize that they've turned it into a stage show?"
Look, the other movie, and if you say you hate this movie, and we should bring
Okay.
this, I want to keep this movie for another time.
Yep.
One of my all-time favorite movies is Casablanca, and I do rewatch it every once in a while just to listen to the dialogue. And it's a bit stilted. It's very different to, say, modern movies, the way it's filmed, but the dialogue is fantastic. We'll do a Casablanca one day. And the thing is, and this is the coolest thing, because I believe, and if somebody will probably correct me, it's out of copyright. I think copyright 75 years. I believe Casablanca is currently out of copyright, which means
Are you talking about the black and white film from 1942?
Humphrey Bogart. That we could actually do a watch party online to watch the whole movie, because it's out. And I know what you'll be doing. Pause. Oh, come on, let's forward this. Nobody gets shot here. But it has the best dialogue. Absolutely.
Let's put it out to everyone out there that's watching. If you want us to do a live watch party of Casablanca, comment below. If you're watching the replay of this, send us a message or comment in the video, and we will set that up and do it. I want to say that I have seen it, but I'm not 100% sure. I reckon I've seen it when I was really young, but
you might have seen clips because there's a lot of Mandela effects on Casablanca that people misremember a lot of lines from Casablanca. But if you watch it, like for example, one of the classic thing is like that he says to play it again, Sam. Except there's no again there. It's play it, Sam, and it's one of those that gets misquoted so often, but it's still so cool because people are still quoting it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, and I don't know. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of it's held up for a black and white movie in the golden year of Hollywood. It's held up. That and Singing in the Rain, if you ever want to go back that far as well. I love Singing in the Rain.
I've seen Singing in the Rain. I've seen Paint Your Wagon. I'm just not a huge fan of the sing along or musical type of or even really dancing, unless it's the Step It Up series. I'm a big sucker for that. My wife's like, well, how can you watch that crap? Although I did love in the 80s Electric Boogaloo. Electric Boogaloo 2 Save the Rec Center is one of my all-time favorite movies, and where they're using the song Dancing on the Ceiling, and they're dancing on the ceiling. Oh, yeah, I love that.
I know we're talking Top Gun, so I know this is a good
Yes.
I shouldn't have something prepared, but since we're jumping around a bit, I have to show that there's two Top Gun scenes which are my absolute favorite Top Gun scenes. Since we're talking musicals, I'm going to show you one of my favorite scenes in Top Gun. So if you just hold this one. If you can recognize this scene, feel free to sing along. But there's two scenes. This is one of them.
Excuse me, miss. Hey. Don't worry, I'll take care of this.
Never
Close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips.
There's no tenderness
Like before fingertips.
You're trying hard
Not to show it, baby. But baby, you've lost that love and feeling.
Who would have guessed? Top Gun was also a musical.
I love that scene that is sung by the Righteous Brothers, which is the same people that sang Unchained Melody, if you liked Ghost.
I just like that scene so much because they are all off key. I don't know if they're intentionally off key or or it's just the way they sing. They were off key, and everybody, because everybody joins in, and it's like
it gives great confidence to a guy like me that's tone deaf, that can't hold a tune. It's like, oh yeah, see, girls love that when you can't sing properly,
and it works. He gets the goal. So.
But it is only in the film, so it's not in real life. It doesn't happen in real life.
And before we dive into Top Gun the movie as well, we actually have a second present for Moira, and Shaun doesn't even know about this one. Again, another Top Gun scene. So I think you can guess which one this one is. So Moira, please enjoy. You probably can guess the scene.
Yeah. It was the right time. It takes you nowhere. Here comes. That's good. Come
I just love the scene. Let me point out a couple of things why I love the scene. They don't actually bother showing the game. There's one part where they basically show 3 people serving, just like cut, cut, cut. It's like we're not even gonna pretend it's about volleyball. That's what I absolutely love about it. They don't really pretend it's about a game.
It's all about the guns.
So Mora, happy birthday as well. This is second present. I'll play a little bit more and then we'll talk about the movie.
Come on, man. 47. Now we can get them. You guys are animals. Oh, good sir, good sir. Point, boys. All right.
Okay.
I love that they're playing in jeans, and I feel a little bit sorry for Goose. I feel like he's getting body shamed by all these guys that have got absolutely fantastic rigs on their body, and he's like still got his top on and everything like that.
Who was the actor? Was it Harry Connick Jr.? No, was it? Was it?
No, not Harry Connick Jr.
Who was it? Who was the actor for Goose?
No idea. I don't even know if he's been in other stuff.
Let's throw it to the chat. Who was Goose as the actor? If somebody can tell us, that would be much.
Google that. Well, I tell you what, we need to start giving out prizes. That's what we need to start doing out on the show. Giving out prizes for people that can Google and answer our questions when we go off track. Oh, Austin has turned up. Hey, Austin. How you going, mate?
You came in at a great time. We just had our beach volleyball scene, so
I loved that you picked this film because I just rewatched it recently because I just had to watch it again before I watched Maverick, Top Gun Maverick. And I tell you what, like
it holds up, doesn't it?
It does, because it's set in the late 80s, early 90s, I guess, one of the two. All the music is set around that era, like the hairstyles and everything. So it doesn't need to kind of translate to now, and I guess even more so now with the second movie that's out, because they've let it progress naturally in regards to the time frame. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. And the sound effects, like this was like one of the first like really good Dolby Digital surround sound. Like, if you haven't watched it in well, everyone said the actor is Anthony Edwards. So there we go.
Okay.
So
Anthony Edwards missed Ab Day, basically. So
missed Ab Day.
You don't miss Ab Day.
Yeah. Well. Actually, talking about ads, go just for a sec. I always spoke to Dan Furigal about being
wait. I gotta stop you at that segue.
Why?
What a segue! Talking about abs, and then you just said, "Let's talk about Dan now."
Yeah, because I was asking about like you're in super like fit shape for Spartacus and everything like that, and he was like, "Yeah, I was in good shape." He goes, "But a lot of the stuff," he goes, "is airbrushed."
No.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong, he was super fit and rigged, but yeah, I just gave away his trade secrets. So there's a little bit of airbrushing going on there. So I was like, in this day and age, I doubt that they were probably airbrushed. That was probably their actual rigs, which is super impressive. So, but yeah, as I was saying, going back. I thought it really holds up. And then, as I was saying, that surround sound, if you haven't listened to it before, like, yeah, you can hear the jets like behind you going from one speaker to the other speaker, and all of that. Like when it's turning around, you can hear the plane turning around, and that with the surround sound. So I loved closing my cinema doors here, jacking up the the volume and listening to that. And yes, I will admit that I sang to that song in here. I might have grabbed the microphone to my right hand side and serenaded my wife a little bit to her shaking her head and trying not to laugh. So,
And the other thing I do like, and this is why I think it held up. Number one, the first Top Gun was all like CG and stuff didn't exist. You know what I mean? It was all practical effects. Even like the first Star Wars was basically all practical. Even the scroll screen was basically they had to tilt the screen and they filmed it from a certain angle because there was no computers to actually do that for you. So to actually have all that, I thought was really cool. And all those were real Navy planes and real Navy aircraft. So it was fantastic. And Grace, you missed a whole supernatural thing. So, watch back. And you missed the beach volleyball scene. So you have to
yeah,
come
do apologize. Do apologize that you missed that. So now I've just been requested. I hope he doesn't see this because he'll probably kill me. But I have got just for Moira.
I don't know what this is as well. So I'm going to. That's not airbrush. That's hard work there.
There you go, Moira. So that is Dan's abs. So that's pretty. Oh, that's what I said. He said he was in bloody good shape. But yeah, it was interesting in regards to he was saying that was a little bit airbrushed and everything like that. He said compared to he knew people that had worked on the 300. So like Jared Butler and everything like that. And he said like they did like a ridiculous regime and actually got their bodies exactly like that type of thing. So but yeah, there we go.
It's only because it's her birthday that we're bringing all this that you're digging this up, aren't you, Shaun?
Yeah. We got Shaun saying airbrushing secret is like someone ruining the magic of a cooking show. Yes. 11 herbs and spices.
Here's one I prepared earlier. Let's open the fridge.
Yes, and you missed me singing. Yes, you're gonna have to go back and watch the replay. It was probably awful. No, I know it was probably awful. But yeah, so I do apologize about that. But there are a couple of songs. There's a couple of songs that no matter when they come on, like I can't help but sing. And that's one of them. Unchained Melody, just because it's kind of like my parents' song. So whenever that comes on, I'll sing that. And the other one is Elvis Presley, Suspicious Minds, man. That comes on, doesn't matter where I am. I'm like, yep. Yeah. And probably Vanilla Ice. Ice Ice Baby. Can't go past Ice Ice Baby.
He stole that. He stole the hook from Queen, though.
It was a
beginning hook. Then the.
Yeah, was that Queen or was that David Bowie?
Queen, Under Pressure.
Under Pressure. Oh, that's right. Yes. See now I'm just gonna start, and maybe Boom Shake the Room as well by Will Smith. I love a bit of Boom for Shake the Room. Yeah, so we better not have music on the show because then it can be really, really dangerous.
Give me a sec. I'm just queuing something up.
Grace said she remembers that photo. Oh, you remember that photo, jeez.
So this is the Queen.
Moira said she's having a hot flush.
So that was the original hook from Queen. And I love that I paused at the exact perfect moment. Go watch the video because what happens in the initial video for the sequence, he actually intercuts all these horror movies And it's meant to under pressure. People like after a hard day of work. There's a lot of horror movies intercut in the video. I never knew it when I first watched it until very recently, actually.
What's this one? Is this Nefesto?
Nosferatu, I think.
No, that's it. Yeah. What did I say? Nefesto?
Nefesto.
Oh, geez. See, there you go. But Moira said under pressure. And I think Austin was saying absolutely in regards to my bad singing. I think he was saying, yes, it's bloody awful. So, yeah. And Deshaun has just popped in. G'day. Hope you're doing well. So, yeah. So, what did you think of Top Gun? Like,
I
we
loved
got
it.
totally sidetracked. I told you what I thought. What are your... Did you rewatch it, or did you just have fond memories? Tell me.
I actually rewatched it a while back, but I'm going to show you this one first. Then I'll go to Top Gun because this is the Vanilla Ice one. I'm sorry, like.
Yo, VIP.
B.
Let's kick it.
Ice, baby.
I love
Oh,
it.
you stopped. You didn't want me to sing it.
we can have a longer one next time. I'm trying to keep the clips under a certain time so that YouTube doesn't just flag us straight away.
Oh, no, we're getting flagged every week, mate. It's all good.
Oh, whatever. Back to Top Gun. Sorry. I love that hook.
They want it. They want it now. They want it.
We'll save that for another show, but we actually have it really planned. I'll have everything set up, and there's karaoke versions of all these songs. So I'll make sure we get them all ready. So we get lyrics.
I'll even wear my hair and my hat backwards. I'll wear my hat backwards. I'll get into the mood, and we'll kick it.
But on Top Gun, I actually watched it. Lucas, before he came on, I actually ran to rewatch Top Gun and Mavericks. I actually went again. This was a couple of weeks back, and that's why I say it really held up. And it was really funny. Like the scenes I remember and I really enjoyed weren't the plane scenes. It was like I said, the singing scene, and I was and the volleyball scene. It was so 80s, and it was like I said, all practical effects, almost all practical effects. It all kept true. Look, it didn't try to be what it wasn't. And I think that's where Maverick also was really fantastic. They didn't try to get this huge backstory. They didn't try to shoehorn a million different things into it. It was just, hey, look, turn your brain off. Go watch it. There's a bunch of guys who are going to do a bunch of stupid things. But in the end, they're going to come out the heroes. It was one of those movies. And there's nothing wrong with those. So I loved it. Absolutely loved it for what it is. It's not a political thriller. There isn't a secret conspiracy. You don't have Tom Cruise trying to figure out this mystery and this sergeant is... none of that. It's clear who the bad guy is. It's clear where the tension and conflict points are. Just watch it and enjoy it. So what's your take?
Yeah, I think it's really, really good writing in regards to they could have definitely made it, more of a love story or more of a political thriller. But I feel like that they just towed that line in all of those areas really nicely. Like it was a really just nice blend of practically a cocky kid that, is in the classroom, like, your Dangerous Minds or anything like that, where he's got a lot of potential, but it's just trying to curb that cockiness and everything. And then, to see him then not believe in himself when he makes a mistake and, spoiler alert, kills his friend by accident.
Oh, look, if you watch Maverick, it spoils it.
Yeah, that's right. I just think that's a really great story to kind of tell without having to play all of the political drama or focus too much on the love story and everything like that, because really what it boils down to was yes, he had a love interest, but it was really around how he dealt with his relationships with other people within the Top Gun or the Air Force type of thing, and that's where his main focus and relationship building and everything was. So yeah, I love it, and as you said, I think that it stands up over time. It looks great on a big screen, and it's something that now because I love the new one as so much as well. I think I can't watch one without the other. I have to watch both of them. So
exactly. And the one thing I did like even back in Maverick is in Maverick, instead of making a political thriller, saying, oh, we need diplomacy, is it, and is it the Russians, is it, is it this country or whatever, you know what, in Maverick they just go, you know what, we're not even going to bother with that. We're not going to bother with all that. It's an unnamed country and they have next generation fighters, so who are we stopping? Doesn't matter. Next generation fighters. I just loved it because it was so, you didn't need it in the movie. It wasn't like, there's a lot of really good, I think they call it geopolitical movies, where, one side is trying to argue. That's one with George Clooney, actually, like Three Kings, I think I remember when they went to have,
Three Kings, yep.
There were a lot of really, really good geopolitical movies that make, cast a light on what happens when conflict in different regions, and and they do it really, really well. Top Gun isn't one of those movies, so it just went, you know what, it was, if we're gonna have a fun movie, we're not even gonna name the country. I just loved it. They didn't even bother naming the country they were invading. It was, so they knew what they were writing. So that's where I said the writers they knew what the story had to be, and anything else which didn't affect the writing, not interested. Just let's move it along.
I love how Nerd says the Top Gun would be perfect as an anime. Mate, you can make anything into an anime and look good. I was watching, someone had sent me a trailer of a Star Wars one that they've
yes,
done.
That one was fantastic.
Very impressive. So, but Austin said that no, he missed my absolutely angelic karaoke voice. I have actually done karaoke with Austin before. I don't know if he remembers. We did a Korn song, and Austin is quite a good vocalist. So I would do that again. We'll have to get him on the show and do a sing off. Maybe that's a new section on the series we'll have to do. So
I would watch it. Look, I'm not going to take part, but I would watch it in the background. Look, it's so good having you back, but we only have 15 minutes left, and I really want to let you talk about all the stuff that's coming up. Look, I've taken the show for the last couple of weeks. I want to hear about XCT or whatever else you have, because if we keep talking, it'll be like 10 minutes to go, and then you won't get your chance to. So, dude, tell us what's happening.
Yeah, so I guess like a lot of people ask, what's happening with XCT. Like, I talked about late last year going off and doing the Melbourne International Film Festival, pitching XCT as either a trilogy of movies or a TV series, and people have kind of gone, okay, well, what are you doing with the comic series? So we haven't released anything too much other than the anthology last year for XCT Monsters. So I wanted to tell everyone here first that after a lot of feedback from the TV industry and the film industry and that we decided to go back and redo the start of XCT. So we're redoing, rather than collecting what we've got into a volume, we're doing a brand new volume 1, a brand new volume 2, which will then go into XCT Breakout that is already out there, and Fractured Worlds after that. So if you give me a sec, I will give you a little taste of what that looks like. We're literally only about 10 pages away from finishing all the inks in regards to this book. And super excited to kind of put that out there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Alex to draw it, but we've got a new artist, Moira Mike, who is doing it, and as you can see, it's just absolutely beautiful work. Hasn't been colored yet, so we'll send these off to Wilson to color. But really excited to release this. Will be later this year. But super excited to kind of let everyone know what's going on with the XCT world and what we're doing with the series. So in saying that, on top of the brand new volume, we've gone back and we have let people know we've gone back and recolored the XCT Most Wanted anthology. So we're going to re-release a mastered version of that. So that will be out probably in about the middle of the year or just after. And, totally re-lettered, re-edited, colored, and it absolutely looks beautiful. So this is the Tengu story that Mark Lortia has done. So super excited to get that out there. Then the final thing which I'm super excited about is the reason why we did anthologies was we wanted to expand the XCT universe much larger. For those that didn't know, I pitched to Netflix very early on in the XCT series, and the one thing that they said was that they would go through the content that I'd already created far too quickly, and that there wasn't kind of enough characters to kind of play on to kind of build a series around. So we went back and did the anthologies to kind of expand the universe and expand the characters that are in there. But what we are now doing, which will come out around either the same time as Volume 1, as the same Kickstarter, or as a separate Kickstarter, is we're actually doing a mythology of XCT. Now, this is going to be a book around all the different monsters, characters, and all that are going to be in the series. And this is an artwork that's going to be in that book. So it's going to be full page, beautiful artwork. So at the moment we've got about 10 of these. So we've got the Sphinx that you see here. There'll be some of the other characters that you already know in the series, like the Tanawa, a dragon, and that type of stuff. But it'll be a beautiful book all around the mythology of XCT. And we're just super excited to kind of expand that universe and be able to present that in a way of a really great, concise story, a really great expanded universe, and then on top of that, a regular release of XCT moving forward. So super excited, super pumped about this, and really looking forward to diving. And I've really been excited diving back into the XCT universe. I've been dealing with a few other projects, and this has been like a slow burn in the background. But now going back in and doing this, it's really fueled that fire type of thing. And I'm starting to write the original pilot script at the moment as well for the TV series. So That's another thing that I'm working on. So that's what I've been doing over the last 6 to 8 weeks. It's been a very, very busy time, but yeah, super excited to almost be there to be able to release it and show everything that's been going on behind the scenes.
I know I've been pushing you on this, and you don't have to answer this one now live, but I've been really, I know I've been pressing to keep saying, what's the next project that's going to come out next? Because I'm excited. I love the stuff you do, and there's things that we do individually which is absolutely fine. What's your next one? What's the next thing that's coming out? Because I'm excited. I want to know the timeline. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's been a bit of a spanner in the works with Occupation Rainfall. We're just trying to work out on some of the really amazing rewards that we're offering for that project. So that has meant that we're probably not launching that. Well, I was hoping to launch that either this week or next week. So that's definitely not going to happen. So now we're probably looking at skipping over a few different projects, looking to release Talos of Sparta 2. So a lot of people probably don't even know that that's out there at the moment. So I will actually drop that link in the chat, because I haven't really talked about Talos of Sparta for a while, and I was going to wait till we got Brad on the show, but you put me on the spot, mate. So,
No.
so yeah.
You can always share the link, and then when Brad comes, you can get the big, nice official.
Yeah, so we can talk a bit more about what's happening with that. But the exciting thing around that project is that it's 100% completed. So other than me sending the letters to Stephen there, it is 100% completed. So we were just a little bit worried last time that it took us so long to get the issue out, that this time when we went to Kickstarter, we wanted to make sure that it was 100% done and ready to go. So we'll get Brad back onto the show. I'll show you guys the covers that we've got, which are fantastic, for awesome covers, and a little bit more about what's going to happen in that series. Then we've got another project that I haven't really spoken to Stephen much about, but we're going to get that creator to come on, and we'll make the announcement around that project. And that's a brand new mini series, and we're looking to launch that at the end of April. So we'll talk about that one. So we've got Talos of Sparta that will most likely launch in the next couple of weeks. This other project towards the end of April. And then Fractured Shards Volume 3. We're looking to do something super special for that. But I can't, again, I haven't heard back from some people. It's like, I don't want to say too much and promise anything, and then it falls through. So, so that's the next thing. And then I guess we need to have a chat about when we do Terra Olympus Volume 4. So that's another project that we've worked on together. This volume is beautiful. Like, I love the previous 3 volumes as well, but like this one's got a little bit more action. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. It's just great. And of course, you've got a couple more years of lettering experience under your belt, so that is always an exceptional job as well. So, man, yeah, we've fulfilled Aquila, so that's totally done, which is great. So, yeah. So if anyone had a little bit of questions around XCT and what I just quickly ran through there, pop the question in the chat, and I'll answer any of those questions as well for you.
While we're talking about Fractured Shards, though, I'll share it. And for people who come to watch us on Sunday, 10 o'clock, we always have really, really cool stuff to show you. Here's actually a page from Fractured Shards. The next volume hasn't been shown yet. I'll just scroll down so you guys can just enjoy it. No context provided. So no spoilers, no story. So you just get to enjoy the beautiful artwork and the beautiful coloring.
Dan's saying he's really getting tired of getting the shit kicked out of him.
Well, he just give back, though, to be fair. Okay.
Yeah, so many things to look forward to. Yeah, it's been a really busy time, and the really confident thing that that I'm really happy with is that a lot of these projects are either completed or are almost completed. So it's it's set me back a little bit in regards to finances, but it's amazing to be able to say, okay, these are the projects that we have coming out. They're completed. You're going to get them, and like we have amazing backers and people that support us on most of our Kickstarters. But moving forward, I'm really wanting to kind of tighten up that experience for them getting their rewards much quicker, and all that type of stuff. So it's super exciting. And then got the issue 4 of the 13th Labor as well coming out. So that's another one that we've got there. But yeah. So I've got one question there. XCT Remaster, is it a reboot? Okay, so XCT Most Wanted is just remastered, so it's the exact same stories. Dialogue's been edited a little bit, but it's the exact same story. It's the anthology series, so it's got 6 stories in it, fully colored and that type of stuff. In regards to XCT Volume 1, it's kind of like, I guess, like a soft reboot. So we've just changed the story up a little bit to kind of, I guess, tighten up how we would want to make it if it ever got made into a TV series. So yeah, we want to say it's kind of like a soft reboot, but it's got like the exact same characters. The story's just kind of been switched around a little bit, but we've decided to do all new artwork for that, and so that it kind of fits in consistently with the series at the moment. So looking really forward to showing that to everyone.
Fantastic. Look, I'm actually really excited. Looks like you've got a lot of things all planned, and just really cool to see them all slowly pop up.
Yeah. We got there, Darren. How you going, man? Hope you're doing well. Do you see XCT Anthology version 2 happening in the future? Well, we've got XCT Most Wanted. We've got XCT Monsters. So we've got 2 out already in the anthologies. But 100% we'll do another anthology. We're already working on volume 4 and 5 of XCT, and the way Ben has written one of those is almost kind of like an anthology within the main XCT story, which is a really kind of cool way to kind of do a volume. It's kind of like each person's perspective in a short story type of thing as a volume. So but more on that later. But we'll definitely do some more anthologies. We'll do a call out for writers and everything like we have previously, and with this mythology we've got a bunch of new characters and monsters for people to play around in the XCT universe with. I think that's one of the fun things that I always enjoy is seeing what idea other people come up to kind of fit into the XCT universe. So yeah.
Awesome. Look, thanks. I think that's all the comments. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's always an absolute blast. Also, look, it's really good to have you back as well, Shaun. Hasn't quite been the same without you here. So welcome back. And thanks everybody for listening in. Oh, wait, there's still...
I love it. Mandeep's waiting for an explanation on the cloning process in XCT. So it's funny. This is why we're saying it's like a soft reboot, because there's certain things like that, Mandeep, that from a film, television, TV series type of thing that they want to know. So I'm not going to give away the trade secrets, but there's certain things that we've and Stephen always talks about this. As being a good writer, is that you don't just say, oh, and this is how they do this and blah, blah. It's in like a little bit of an exposition dialogue between a couple of characters, and they're explaining stuff without, going, oh, this is how we do this. So, that will be something that will get explained. So. And thanks for a great break. Well, thanks for being amazing, Moira. My wife sends her love as well. So we're looking forward. We will be in that hemisphere probably this time in next year. So we'll have to see if we can meet up at some stage as well. So and shout out to Grace for coming to Australia. I apologize, I was unable to catch up with her. And again, I'm going to blame my little girl for that. So, but yeah, she's got a lot to answer for, that little girl.
We'll talk after this. I did catch up with her when she came through. So I've sent, she did sign the copies of Aquila, which thank you very much. So there's actually some triple signed copies. So copies that you've signed, I've signed. We just need to get Dan to sign it. Then it'll be a 4 signature copy.
Quadruple. Well, if I finance some news and come back on the show on Sunday, maybe we can announce what's going on. But we'll have to leave that. But again, thank you very much, everyone, for sharing this hour with us. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We go live each Sunday night at 10 o'clock. Until next time, have a great night and stay safe.